So I'm going to show you how to make hot pot at home. So basically what hot pot is taking a boiling bowl of broth and you dip in vegetables, meats, tofus, things like that into it, flavors the meat, and then you dip it into a sesame paste and eat it. It's one of my favorite things to eat here. It's very, very good for you. Now, back in America, you can make it pretty easily. All you really need is some tahini, some soy sauce, and soup stock. Pretty much all these ingredients you have already. Now, I'm using a soup base that I got here in China, but you can use any soup base that you get in America. Anyway, let's take a gander, shall we?
So I just have an assortment of vegetables here and a little bit of meat. So what we're gonna do is take our soup stock. I'm gonna put in some hot pepper, hot chili flake to make it spicy. You can skip that. And a big handful of parsley. Also, kimchi has a lot of probiotics in it, and guess what? Super healthy, super tasty, gives the soup a tanginess, and it's really, don't skip this if you can help it. We'll make the sauce while that begins to simmer. We got some tahini, some soy sauce, and some water. Just mix that together until it becomes a creamy, creamy consistency. You'll see how the texture changes as it all combines. So that's what we're looking for right there. Like soft, warm peanut butter. Okay, so we'll add in our ingredients. I'm gonna put in some mushrooms, some tofu. Really, you can use whatever you have laying around. A big handful of chard, and we're gonna add a ton of spinach. Get a lot of nutrients in there, and some noodles. These are 100% wheat, whole wheat noodles, Japanese udon style. So skip the white flour and go for the whole stuff if you can find it. Specifically, the Japanese udon is perfect for this dish. Now I'm gonna add meat. You can see how little I'm adding. It looks like it's a lot, it looks like big pieces, but they're very, very thin. Look how thin that is. That's really just for flavoring. And last but not least, we'll put in some Napa cabbage and it's done.
Now, like most cooking in the world, you can customize, but with this especially, there's definitely no standard way to make hot pot. It's really whatever you have left over, which is what makes this meal so fantastic. But more than that, it's really tasty. I like it spicy. If you don't like it spicy, don't add the chili, don't add the hot stuff. But it's very filling, very good. One more note about this, it's actually meant to be eaten communally. So everyone has a plate, you pull out what you want, put it on your plate, put in your own dipping sauce, and you're good to go. Anyway, let's give this a try. So this mushroom is one of my favorite things to put in hot pot. I don't know the American word for it, but the nickname in China for it is "see you tomorrows," because like corn, they have a tendency to pop up later in the day, or next day, or 5 times in a day. So you dip it in the sauce. This is really one of my favorite things in China. I will eat this the rest of my life. You can use any kind of stock for it, any kind of soup. It just tastes so good. There's so much nutrients in there, there's so much good stuff. You can really just shove as much leafy green vegetables and really any kind of vegetables in there, and you get it just an amalgamation of good flavors, tastes, and great nutrition. Thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't already, do that. The more subscribers I get, the more recipes and videos I will be making. Thanks again.